Session 3, Snap tool, Move tool, and Copy tool. The Snap tool is, we use the Snap tool to kind of ensure that our lines are joined together perfectly. It means that we're going to get watertight drawings that are professional standard, and it irons out a lot of loads of problems that can happen later on down the line. So when we're going to activate the Snap tool, I think we press F3 and that will turn our snap on. This menu's just popped up. If it doesn't pop up, what you can do is press Control and right click, and that brings up your snap menu. These are kind of one-time off snaps. These are kind of special snaps that you can only use on a once off. What we need to do is access that menu again, so go down to the bottom, snap settings. So it's either control right click or press F3 and that will pop this menu up. And these are kind of self-explanatory snap settings. Now there's a couple of ones that aren't kind of self-explanatory. We've got a node, which is like a point. These are used with splitting up lines, using the divide tool that will create nodes. A quadrant is to do with circles, so that's the top, middle, left, right of a circle, so north, south, east, west points of a circle. Intersection is where two lines join. Extension, intersection. The rest are pretty self-explanatory. A tangent is when a circle becomes flat at a current point, in essence. Okay, so what I normally do is hit select all and take off nearest. Nearest is the nearest point to the cursor. It can often cause interference and problems with trying to select say an endpoint. If you're going to try and select an endpoint and your cursor is near the line, with nearest on, it will just try and jump onto the line where if we want the endpoint, then we need to take this off. So just be wary of that one. So we OK that, and what we can do now is, if I go back to the line tool, L for line, give a start point, if I move my, I'm just going to take ortho off. So ortho, to take ortho off, press F8, take that off. If I move over the line, I'll be able to see we've got an endpoint there. We'll have a midpoint being the triangle. We had a parallel point, so it's looking for lines that were parallel. We've got no intersections here, so we can possibly create an intersection. So draw that line all the way across, hit spacebar to finish that. Line tool, and we can find that intersection point there. So that's how our snaps work. If we pop a rectangle in there. So I'm just going to stack these boxes here using our snap tools. So yeah, to move the boxes on top of one of another, what we've got to do is jump into our move tool using keyboard shortcut M and spacebar. We're going to select an object, press enter to accept that you've selected something. So you select it first, you hit it, and then we've got to tell it that we've selected it, and then we move on to the next part of the command, which is specifying our base point, which is where we're going to pick our object up. So if I wanted to pick it up from this point and drop it off here to make sure they're nicely aligned, this is the base point I need to be using. So bottom left here is a base point, so click there, and then you drag it over and drop it off onto this corresponding point here. Okay, same again, next cube, select it, jump into, hit escape, cancel that, jump into the move tool, select your object, spacebar to accept that. It's asking you again for the base point. Select the bottom left hand corner, and then drop it off, and carry on doing that. Do these two together. Oh, where's it gone? Control Z that. Move, base point, finish, grab those two, move, base point, finish. That's it. So the copy tool works in a similar way. So if I wanted to copy an object, so this object here, jump CO to copy, grab it with a base point, so grab it here, and move it to this point. Now, if you wanted to copy it with the gaps, for instance, you could copy this one rather than this point, choose the previous point, and just pop it along. That's going to copy it with a gap, like so. It's quite handy. If you have, say, a kind of a room layout with some tables and chairs in them, and you wanted them to be in the perfectly corresponding place, just select them, and the same thing. What we've got to do is check for a base point that is regular throughout the drawing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out this point here and drop it off at that point there. So grab that, jump into copy, pick it up at this point here, and then move it across. And the copy automatically jumps into kind of a multiple copy mode, so you can paste more than one copy. And what key to kind of quick CAD work is spotting quick repeats, and always looking for that opportunity to use the copy tool and the repeating of geometry. That's about it for now. Bye.